What up, everybody? We are live. It's the Sleepers Podcast, Monday, March 23rd. Live show edition. That might be the move all week, I feel like. Car, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Look, you're looking at two guys who are hosting this one that are currently in the Sweet 16. There's a couple people out there that would not have the ability to say that without lying. And the fact that I can say that without lying makes me feel really good.
Feels very good. The dream content Final Four is still alive and looking more possible than ever before, which has me both excited and nervous. Every team that you and I personally are really majorly invested in is still alive into the second weekend, which is crazy. It's setting up to be an all-time week this week and potentially an all-time NCAA tournament run from start to finish. We appreciate everybody bearing with us as the formatting this week gets a little bit unorthodox from our normal schedule. As you guys know, we are pretty dedicated to trying to keep everything very meticulous day after day, same timing and all that. But last week just kind of threw us off. A lot of people sort of wondering where we were. I see JW Spiker in the chat was saying, where have Greg and Carter been? Why don't we just open with that, Car, give people an update on our lives. We were in Los Angeles on Thursday and Friday last week, live from Cosm in LA for March Madness. In the March Madness app, hosting their fast break stream for the late window. So we had 4 games at once, and we were basically doing like an NFL Red Zone style show for those 4 games. Pretty cool, really cool. Got to interview some of our favorite players of all time, Paul Pierce, Mario Chalmers, and a couple other special guests were there. We had a blast, but it was also my son's birthday weekend, which was tough on me. So we flew home on Saturday. We got in late Saturday night, and then we just took all day Sunday to both be with family. I think our wives and kids were looking for that. So that's how you get this show live instead of being in your podcast feed first thing Monday morning. We have a ton to get to still. We haven't recorded the 4 recaps for Illinois, Purdue, Michigan, Michigan State yet. Those will be out this afternoon as we work our way through those. And the rest of the week should be pretty normal content-wise. But did that appropriately sum up where everything is at? Any thoughts on our trip that you'd like to share with the people?
Yeah, no, it was a very cool experience. Cosm's a wild place. Like wild in the fact that you really don't get like what that immersive experience is like until you're actually there. But yeah, I mean, it was truly a really cool and honoring experience. I mean, fast break is something that I've seen on the March Madness app many times. I remember watching it last year. I think it was RC who was doing it during the day, Randolph Childress, so I tuned in to watch him do that. So I think he actually did the earlier day segment for it. So the fact of the matter that we got a chance to do that, got a chance to chop it up with people from Doug Eater all the way to Paul Pierce, to Mario Chalmers, Cameron Dicker, who was a classic. It was a really fun experience. And I very much enjoyed it. It was a good time.
Yeah, pretty special for us. Hopefully you'll see more of that in the future. But also one of those things, I do feel like when we do content for an entity like March Madness, a lot of times people are like, well, why aren't you guys promoting this more? And it's like, it's technically Turner's content. And Turner is the owner of TNT, TBS, CBS, all of the places you would watch anything March Madness content-wise. So they keep it pretty under wraps. Now, with that being said, still a pretty big platform to be able to do it in the March Madness app and feel like we were part of a show like that. But yeah, kind of hard because other than just telling people like, come find us here, it's not one of those things we can like tweet out from the Sleepers account.
Yeah, they got SUVs, tinted out ones that probably would have pulled up and took us out if it came to that. So we lay low, we play our part, and just be cart.
Would you like to acknowledge Paul Pierce thinking that you are Jason Tatum?
I guess that's a good way to open this one. Yeah. Post show, getting a Paul Pierce, which is reposado and ginger ale, with a slice of orange. I asked for that. I said I need 2 truths, please. And as I had them with G, I got hit with the dap from Pierce on the way out, like, y'all boys be easy. And he hit me with I thought my boy was Jason Tatum. I don't know what to do with that. Like the fact that I'm expected to go on with my life after getting hit with that, I don't know what to do. Now, I got to swing it back here a little bit. Pierce might just being a little nice. I mean, I'm saying I wouldn't go with the Tatum for me. Honestly, my cut this weekend was not deserving of a Tatum. If I'm going to be completely honest, I'll be transparent with everybody out there. But it happened, and in my Twitter bio, you can go check it right now. It says Paul Pierce called me Tatum.
I wish people could have seen your face in the moment.
I wish people could have seen your face in the moment because you immediately realized what had just happened and what it went down.
It was literally just you, me, and Paul Pierce, just us three. And Pierce had been drinking for 4 hours at this point. We could see. We were on the stage of the show, and like over the little overlook balcony, you could just see Pierce in a booth, like inviting everybody into the booth to drink with him. And I think he was getting ready to leave. And the producers were just like, "You guys did a great job. Do you want a drink?" We're like, "We want whatever Paul Pierce is having, reposado and ginger ale." And when he hit you with Tatum, I mean, I haven't seen a glow on your face. I know your eyes have been under video surveillance for like a month now. Card, the light was back in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm moving different. That's all it is. I'm moving different. Address me accordingly. Like I always said, the moment I get to switch up, I will switch up. This is the first step to switching up.
Connor Lamb said, was this after you had been talking? Yes, it was after we did the interview. He pulled up as he was leaving Cosm, and we were at the bar, and just word for word, man, when I first pulled up to set, I thought you were Jason Tatum to Card.
Special.
Unreal.
Special.
And then an hour later, we're in an SUV with Doug Eater, who's got a tea time in the morning. And that was fun, too. I think Eater loved us.
Yeah, I think he did love us, too. Also, in these settings, it always just kind of catches me off guard, even now to this day. And it's happened a lot. The NBA players are big people.
Yeah.
Like, Pierce was a 3. Like that, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like the fact of the matter that these dudes just like tower over me is kind of wild.
Yeah. I mean, does that really surprise you, though?
No, I'm worthless. Like I do come away from this like I did let folks down.
I mean, at minimum, you got to feel good that anytime we do anything like that, people are like, wow, you guys are tall. I don't think they expect you to be vaguely shaped like Jason Tatum.
That's special. That does hit different.
It is. Shout out to our team, though, because on a little bit of a brag note here, we set a record for highest viewed week in Sleepers channel history. And it was a week where Cart and I really were pretty uninvolved for the biggest days of the week. So want to make sure we give some love to Subi, Matt Moderno, Riley, Dion, who were really, really holding it down for us. J-Man was doing great work as well. Just in general, I think we had a better team this year than we have ever had before. And I think I'm really happy and really proud of those guys for the content they were able to create without us. In the past, when we had these opportunities, I think we really got nervous about leaving. And this time with producer JK running the show too, we felt pretty good about everything. So hopefully you guys all still got the content you wanted without us. We are happy to be back home, of course. And now that the Sweet 16 is here, it's going to be primarily Cart and I down the stretch run of this season with Lil J-Man and Subi mixed in as their teams are 4 games away from a national championship. But shout out to our team, Cart. I'm pretty happy with the squad right now. Yeah,
I mean, that's why we assembled the Avengers. Always believed in them, always know they could do it. I'm sorry, I'm caught up on this. Somebody said somebody's girlfriend thought I was an ankle biter. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Because usually, like when I think ankle biters, I think dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like the small little furry dogs that people carry in their purses. Those are little ankle biters. I think they're called Bichon Frises, something like that. Like those dogs are ankle biters. I don't think I have very much Bichon Frise energy.
What do you think your energy is?
What's that dog with like the long ass ears?
I don't know.
Oh man, what is it called? I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
One of those.
One of the dogs with the long ass ears.
Like they're hot dogs, basset hounds. That's what it is.
You think you're a basset hound?
Or a cocker spaniel.
All right. We can let that go. I'm okay with that. Let us know in the comments what dog you think Carter Elliott is. What else do we want to do here banter-wise before? We're going to do winners and losers of the first weekend like we would normally do on a full episode, but we're like way ahead of schedule with banter right now. Do you have anything else?
Man, where else am I? Oh, Comfort Plus might be the only way I can fly from now on.
That was really special.
That was nice, man. That was you don't understand the difference until you're in Comfort Plus. But now I'm also wondering if that's Comfort Plus, imagine what first class must feel like.
That's so true.
You think we'll ever fly first class?
No, never.
Never?
Never. Really don't.
Maybe one day.
No, I really don't. What was your favorite part of the trip? If you had to pick one moment that isn't Tatum related.
Ooh, one moment that isn't Tatum related. I mean, I was just gonna go right for that, but probably just the first, like starting it off with Pierce, because I was a little bit nervous going into it, and then the first guest was Pierce, and I was like, all right, we got to hit the ground running with this one. But that was a fair, because like I love watching Paul Pierce, so that was a great time, and he was in a great mood up there, so I very much enjoyed that time.
Yeah. Hit the ground running is one way to put it. It was like, you guys are live in 2 minutes. Pierce will be here.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, we don't even get to like break in at all. But I think we did a good job. I think my favorite was probably hanging with the Bleacher Report team after the show on Thursday night.
That was a good time.
Hotel lobby bar. I feel like you and I thrive in like a hotel lobby post-show success setting. Yeah,
like we had, once we got seating situation on the same page, cocktail in hand, and then we hit one of these. Leg over the top, cocktail in hand, appetizers ordered. Next thing you know, we're talking Traders and Summer House, and we were in our zone.
Yeah. Shout out to Wes Wilson.
Needle mover.
Tyler Cameron, Wes Wilson. Those are the two. All right. Let's go to the chat real quick. I'm going to scroll up and make sure we don't miss anybody here.
Should have never asked what type of dog I am. It's really setting off the chat for things I don't want to see.
T-Steph, you said in all Big Ten Final Four, we'll get G back to the Discord. That does feel like the appropriate stakes to get me back.
No, it doesn't.
No?
Because the Discord will be at its worst.
Maybe, but that would be like a feat. That would be an accomplishment that would be worthy of me returning.
No, we actually do need to like discuss this somewhat. If either of our teams are in the final, well, I think your team's for sure there. But if my team makes it there, we're not going to be able to sit on Media Row, man.
You keep saying this, and I was going to call you offline at some point. Need you to lock in a little bit.
What?
Need you to like be capable of being a media member if your team is in a Final Four.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not talking about me.
You're talking about me.
I would be able to. You would not be.
You don't think I would be able to work a Michigan State Final Four?
No, Michigan.
You just laid that out the wrong way then. You said,
did I?
Your team's going to be there, but if my team gets there, what's the problem if your team gets there? If I'm the problem, what's the problem if your team gets there?
See, because I won't be able to. I don't know if I'll be able to. Like, I need to be able to get excited about the game. You can't really do that on Media Row.
See, I think you are. I think you're mischaracterizing my ability to sit in Media Row versus yours here.
Oh.
I'm not worried about it.
Really?
I mean, like, my answer would just be, let's lock in. We got jobs to cover here.
Mraz hits a three. We're not getting a stand-up he can shoot.
You'll get some silent, like, I'm going to turn to you like this, and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right.
I flat out don't think you will be able to do it if Michigan State is there.
Bad read.
Bad
read. That's it. If it's between us two on who can handle it more,
I think we both got the right reads. Maybe,
possibly. Also, no, yeah, I think we figured it out though.
What?
Like, you got to think too. Like during the day, we're gonna if our teams are there, we're gonna want to be out active. Getting after it.
Yup.
Probably can't show up the Media Row after that.
Cart, we're gonna have to be professionals. Well, I think we're going to need a meeting offline this week, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Should we get there first?
Yeah. I mean, there's a good chance I'm not getting there. So,
I'm worried about Bama.
are you?
They made like 27 threes last night. I got nothing for that if that happens against Michigan.
27 threes against Texas Tech is a different type of, correlation.
Listen, I don't want to play the 3-point lottery teams, and I got to beat one in the Sweet 16. We'll see what happens, but
Feel that.
We'll talk, Cart. We got 10 days to lock ourselves in for this. I'm not that worried about it, but if you think we should be worried about it, we can talk. Harrison Green says, can we call CJ Cox the Middlesex microwave?
I will not be calling him the Middlesex microwave.
I kind of like it, but I want to drop middle. I think I just want to call him the sex microwave.
That's insane.
That's kind of hot.
That's insane.
It's kind of a hot nickname. Let's see. Jesse the Dad Body said, seriously, LOL, what happened with the Miami Purdue recap? What does that mean?
I think people are wondering where it's at.
Yeah, not here yet. Haven't recorded it. We'll get it out this afternoon, though.
Yeah, it'll be. Listen, I don't respond well to those comments.
Why?
Like, just who do you think you're talking to?
Talking to us.
All right. Well, actually, we won't.
It's a compliment, Cart. We've done a very good job with timeliness in the last year. And when we take a day off at the busiest time of the season, people notice.
Right, well, I'll put that bitch out Wednesday. All right. And y'all will do nothing about it.
A lot of dog comps for you. Rickus Morty says, hey, G, Painter 24-7 in the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament against the spread, best of any head coach. Yes, he's actually been very good in the NCAA tournament. It's the flip side correlation of how bad he's been in the Big Ten tournament, but both have been true. Nobody wanted to acknowledge that the other one was true too, Cart.
Against beating the spread is good.
Beating the spread is always good, and failing to beat the spread is always bad. It means you're not meeting expectations.
Facts.
So good job, Paint. AP on 3 says Nebraska versus Iowa in the Sweet 16. Script writers are off their rockers. A lot of people are mad about that matchup outside of Big Ten country. You are mad about that matchup because you still hate Ben McCollum. Any early thoughts?
I would have rather wanted to see Nebraska, Florida, but sure, Iowa earned it.
Yeah, are we going to have to have a day of reckoning with the McCollum takes here?
Dog, he stuffed Todd Golden in the locker.
It's kind of Signetti-ish what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Cardi's got this team in the Sweet 16, man.
Yeah, but also Signetti-ish. They are a 9 seed, my brother in Christ.
What happens if he beats Nebraska and he's 1 game away from a Final Four staring Brad Underwood in the face? That's all of a sudden all bets would be off.
Draw.
I'm just pissed we don't get Nebraska, Florida, because I will go to my grave saying Nebraska was going to beat Florida. I'm really mad about it.
Yeah, could have got it, but
damn, column tough. Let's see. Connor Lamb for the NBA Draft Show said, I took a shot every time y'all asked someone about the NBA draft, and I threw up all over myself. That was the show this past week. Sorry. Yeah, you asked a lot of NBA draft related questions, Cart.
Yeah.
Nothing to add?
No, yeah, I did.
All right. Tominator said, is Pacific time the best for March Madness?
No, let's go back to that. I did. And now I implore to move on to the next steps of that, because I did. Now what?
Is this a contentious Monday morning episode, Carl?
Yeah, I did. So now, you know what I'm saying? Why are we just throwing things out and just what's the next steps here? Let's lay out a plan. I did. I did.
Let's lay out a plan is crazy.
So what are the next steps here?
I thought they were good questions, good clips. Bleacher Report loves NBA draft.
Oh no! I honestly, I've been wondering. I don't think that that might be why the wire is being held up. It's because I asked too many NBA draft questions.
I don't think the wire is being held up.
Oh, it's not?
It's not.
Oh, all right.
I think everything's okay. Is Pacific time the best for March Madness, says Tominator?
Yes.
I hated Pacific time.
Yeah, you didn't like it at all.
I despised it.
I
Yeah.
liked it a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I like my morning. Like I want like 2 hours of morning before games. I don't want to wake up groggy-eyed right into a noon tip.
I'm a big fan.
And like happy hour isn't even available. Like the bars aren't. You can't even get a mimosa before the first game tips in Cali. Crazy.
It's a tough scene.
Absolutely crazy. All right. Let's see. Scrolling down here. Purdue Boiler says once MSU gets knocked out of the tournament, G needs to come back. I really don't think it's Michigan State success related. And I think me coming back I would be better doing that when Michigan State fans are happy, not mad. Is that the right read?
Yeah, I think that's the right read.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like, oh, Michigan State loses and I'm going to go back to the Discord. That's the last time I would want to go back to the Discord, I think.
Yeah, I just think we all need to he's not coming back.
I don't intend to. It's been a smooth. Honestly, I left and now everybody's team is doing good.
Yeah, but people still miss you.
Well, I miss my people. Live shows right here. This is where we can interact, folks. Landmine Believer said, was Florida any good or did the SEC just not have the personnel to make them uncomfortable? I think Florida's front court was elite. Their back court was a problem all season long.
Yeah, I think also they just got like I think Golden said it pretty well. Iowa was physically up for the fight in the first half, especially, which I didn't expect because I have personally broken that team physically this year, so I thought it'd be pretty easy for Florida to do so, but they weren't able to.
Yeah. Banks was really good too. He's I don't know. He's held up really nicely against some of these best teams they've played. Purdue Boiler says Cart was locked in for the Big Ten tournament while G and Dion went off the deep end. I think this is in reference to us preparing for any Final Four festivities with our teams. Are we going to be able to handle it?
Listen, this is what people don't understand. Big difference between that and what we were doing and the Final Four.
Yes.
Like in our contract for the Bub City gig, which was incredible, by the way, we were paid to like hang out and drink with people. That's we were asked to do that. If we would have said no, we weren't doing our job.
We would have been fired if we were like, no, thanks, I'm not drinking.
Yeah. So we had to do it, y'all.
We also weren't credentialed. Also, I think we were all equally off the deep end.
Yeah.
I also don't think we were in the deep end. I think we were like maybe like right near the part of the pool where we start to go down. You can feel your feet slipping.
Like that little down portion.
Yeah, but I'd like if I was in the deep end, like I was floating on my back, like
y'all ain't seen the deep end.
Asking for a daiquiri, man. I'm just saying.
Y'all ain't seen the deep end.
I'm just saying. Let's see. Scrolling down. A lot of good comments today. I love it. That boy D Hill is in the building. Hi, Dion says, I've seen G on Media Row for a Michigan game. He's locked in. Yeah, I was fine at Purdue and Illinois. Yeah. I don't get why there's a scout on me being a problem when Michigan is winning games.
This is my other wrong scout.
We'll see.
How long were y'all on Media Row during that game?
I mean, the same Media Row that we would be at the Final Four, like not courtside, but in the upper part.
No, I was saying how long, because I thought y'all were concourse with it for a good portion of the game.
Only in between, like half times.
Okay.
Yeah. Reed says, Carter, I left you a song to sing in the Discord. Too many characters for the super chat and gave us a $10 super chat here.
Like left me a song to sing in the Discord?
I guess there's a song for you to sing in the Discord. Do you want to take action on that for us?
Sure. I mean, was I like, Carter, please sing this to Love Yourself by Justin Bieber. Is that the dun, 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 dun? Okay.
Yeah.
For all the times Carter said they were frauds. Now he watches Iowa in the Sweet 16. Wait, hold on. This is bad this doesn't fit.
Got to rhyme, but
yeah, that doesn't.
Come on.
Night. For all the times Carter said they were frauds. I think I might need a rewrite of this song. It doesn't go to love yourself. It doesn't. It's supposed to rhyme, isn't it?
Can we try to persevere without the rhymes?
Sure. All right, here we go. For all the times Carter said they were frauds. Now he watches Iowa in the Sweet 16 on Friday night. Said we mid, yeah, he really tried. Now he's quiet while the Hawkeyes glide. And I don't want to say it, but it's clear to see. Sturts on MSU would be their MVP. Dropping buckets, yeah, he'd lead the team. While Carter stuck defending going.
This is great.
All right. I can't do the rest of this. That's all I got.
Great job. Love
Thank
it.
you.
Love it. That was awesome. Appreciate that. What else? Purdue Boiler. Honestly, really good comment here. Cart's professionalism has a higher floor than G's. G's has a higher ceiling, though.
That's definitely a good comment.
I think I nailed that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Carter's. Yeah, that makes sense.
I totally agree.
How come I can't bring up comments?
I think you got to be logged in. Yeah, this makes sense to me too.
Greg, Buddy, damn, Buddy and Pal in the same sentence.
Getting hit with the Buddy Pal back-to-back's a tough look, but I think the sentiment was probably correct.
That's nasty.
CJ the defibrillator Cox.
Like cardiac arrest?
Yeah, well, that's because remember there was the game where I said CJ like shocked Purdue back to life, and then he kind of did that right before half against Miami too.
Can he just be cardiac Cox?
Could be cardiac Cox. Yeah. I like that. If Michigan wins the Natty, does Yax get his number retired? If they win a Natty, yes. Anything else, no.
Because it's not. How many? Do y'all require numbers, or do y'all retire a lot of numbers?
No. Burt was a big debate because you're supposed to be at Michigan 4 years to get up there. But
so Yax will get it even if you
win a title. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's if you even runner up, no chance. Got to win a national title.
Yaxel at the ceremony would be hilarious.
Coming back years later,
he thinks he's getting raised up into the rafters. He's like, I packed a bag. I'm just gonna stay up here.
And Alt, thank you, appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Let's see. Mr. Curtis said the only thing worse than all the Big Ten teams losing in the Sweet 16 is Iowa being the only Big Ten team to advance. That would be a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, wasn't that one of your bold predictions?
Which one? What do you mean?
About how many Big Ten teams will make the Sweet 16?
I had the Big Ten going undefeated first round, and then Wisconsin killed that dream.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Had Wisconsin, I think everybody else won, right?
Wisconsin. No. Oh,
Ohio State lost too. Yeah, tough.
They don't count.
Very tough. This should probably be taken offline, but do we need to lower the price because I'm not in the Discord?
I have seen that come from a couple folks, but here's the thing. I say no, but I understand that this is how you feel. Then you should just probably exit. And it's no hard feelings, you know.
Yeah, I'm open to all ideas and feedback on this. I think the reason the Discord exists seems to have been mutated, and that's part of why it's a good reason I'm out. The reason we wanted the Discord to exist in the first place was just to give people somewhere to support the show. There wasn't really ever like a promise of all these additional value-added access things we were going to do. Then it kind of just turned into that because we liked the community. And I still do like the community, but I don't know. It's kind of just there because we would get a lot of people that are like, where can I donate? And that's the whole reason the Discord. We don't want like random YouTube donations. We don't really have a merch store available very often. So this is like the only way to monetarily support the show. And then all the money usually just goes to all our producers and social people that help us part-time. So I don't know. We can change that, but I don't know. I'm kind of, where I stand on this right now. It's like, it's turned from a place where I want to like get 1,000 people in there to just like, I want the people who want a place to support us for the content have a way to do that still,
Yeah, that's all it is to me. And I think people enjoy the community and everything about it. So yeah.
Yeah. Rickus Morty's has me laughing though. Yeah. Carter's only worth $4.99.
That's okay. See, Rick, you gotta be careful with that because honestly, that feels extremely racist. feel extremely racist.
Yeah, it's a little tough. It's a little tough, but yeah, I don't know if that is because I see how people like. There's another comment. People definitely do think it's like we're paying for access to us, but I think if that's how people view it, I'd rather just like squash the Discord. I don't. That's not what it's supposed to be. I don't want even you to be leasing yourself for access.
Listen, all right, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. If it is that big of a thing, I understand why you want to leave. It's 10 it's $10, dog. It's $10. So like if it's making or breaking you, I think you should dip. But I still think that the Discord works the way it should work. It is a space with a community to support us, and I think there's been less people leaving than people are making it out the scene.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I can go back if I need to know.
Yeah, I mean you could.
I did tell you, you got to tell me when I need to be back in, and I haven't gotten that text from you yet.
Yeah, because you're never gonna get that text.
Never.
No.
Never.
Never.
Yes, they did. That means they're outperforming their expectation, and coincidentally, they're in the second weekend now. Isn't that crazy how that works?
Yeah, but flip side correlation, they could have not covered, still won, and still been in the Sweet 16.
That's also true. It's also true.
People hate spreads.
Cart, any comment on what's on your screen right now?
I dare you to call out Goodman for being petty because Braden was mean to him. No, good on Goodman. If that's what he did. I would too be petty if someone was mean to me.
Is that how you interpreted Goodman's yeah, I saw Bobby Hurley, he was better comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. But maybe it was, I don't know. Like when did Bobby Hurley play?
Long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, Goodman was watching that in his prime.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll be honest with you. I know Bobby Hurley like played at Duke, and I know everything about him as far as like the record and anything like that. Was he like nasty at Duke?
Yes,
he was.
Very much so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Scare Time Studios. Thank you. Appreciate you. Love the love. Thanks for being here.
Hurley was third team All SEC, second team All ACC. I'm sorry, third team All ACC, second team All ACC. Did eventually become first team in his last year.
Love the vibes. Love the vibes. Yeah, AP, we endorse that message. Oreg Yao, I don't know who you are, but all I've seen is two antagonistic comments today. I think our business model's working just fine. Appreciate you.
I think you can learn with Discord for someone just said just do usage for it or something. Okay. Can I respond to that?
Yeah, of course.
What if we don't?
This is the sixth time I've heard this rant from you today.
I want a plan. Like what you say that, I say no. I'm still here.
I think my frustration with the Discord portion of this is that I was in there for 3 years and you would comment once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So for people to say like I only paid to interact with Greg, you weren't even interacting with Carter.
Yeah.
So like now that I'm gone, I'm the problem. But Carter wasn't even using it that way for 3 years. I get like now he has to, but like there's still the way it is currently constructed is still to get your comments read on the show. We still do that. So by default, you are still interacting with me and Carter in the show. That's how we want it to work. But we also got to listen, Cart. Like if our audience is telling us we're wrong, we got to listen to them.
I mean, it's very much. I mean, I've told you that people want you definitely back in there. Like they definitely miss you. Like that's part of it. But like, we're not going to operate at our best with that. So that's the point of it. Content will be worse if that's the case.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep moving on. Let's see. What else do we have? Is it time to get to the show?
Oh no, I don't feel good about that.
Ulamog, there we go. Shout out to Ulamog. I think we're fine.
Confirm that Discord numbers have not been in impact. All right, there you go.
I think we're fine. Okay. Yeah, and we're finding ways around it. All right, this was just like a live brainstorming session, I feel like.
I think I want to leave the Discord now.
Please don't do that. Okay, Cart, let's get into our topics. We're going to start with first weekend winners. We're going for a list of 10 of these. Do you want to go first?
Oh, no.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, Big Ten. Big Ten is the winner of the first weekend for me. 6 of the 16 Sweet 16 teams. That is more than double what the Big 12 sent to the second weekend. Those two have been considered the best two conferences all year. Obviously, we are Big Ten fans and Big Ten-centric content creators, but our conference lived up to it. The only result that I'm really, surprised or frustrated by was UCLA, but with no Tyler Bilodeau, hard to blame them for losing to UConn, and Terrace Reed was dominant this first weekend. So I think across the board, Iowa upsetting Florida, and then all the favorites playing to their seed. Like, there's a real chance we could get 3 Final Four teams from this league this year. We said save the NCAA. It's a movement. This is the year. Has to be a Big Ten champion this year. Otherwise, the curse may never end.
It's a good pick by you. Also, Hurley was nasty.
He was very nasty, yeah. Are you just discovering this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though you said Big Ten, I need to do this more specifically for me. It's Ben McCollum. It's Ben McCollum. He won. Yeah, he's got to be. He's got to be. Now, I did pick them to beat Clemson. I also had alt line 19 different ways for Florida, and also live bet Florida during the game as well. That was a coaching masterpiece from him. Truly was. I think that he put Todd Golden, who I consider one of the best coaches in the sport, in an absolute body bag, and talked his talk and won the game and Gator chomped in front of their other team. Like he did it, wearing the same exact shirt and tie that he wears every single game, by the way, which no one talks about. But yeah, he's one of my biggest winners of the weekend.
Yeah, probably the biggest individual coach winner. Feels like everything that he was built to be looks like it's true. All right, if you're going to give flowers to a guy that you've hated on, it's only fair that I do the same. Terrace Reed.
Good one.
Terrace Reed put up Wilt Chamberlain numbers in an NCAA tournament game.
Yeah.
While I was hosting a March Madness show feet away from Paul Pierce. Like, I couldn't believe it. I truly could not believe it. And I still have a lot of reasons to be skeptical of this UConn team. I'm excited to see them against Michigan State. But, like, bottom line, point blank, is this. Their backcourt stinks right now. Demery is not healthy. Solo ball is unplayable. And it just doesn't matter because Terrace Reed's been physically dominant on the interior. I certainly didn't expect this, and I give him credit for it.
That's a fair one. Fair one. Ooh. Oh, my third winner's Chalk. Chalk won. Chalk won. I think the favorites won. I'm pretty much. I think the only game I could think where the favorites did not win, and there's probably more than that, but High Point, Wisconsin.
Even after Florida?
Oh, Florida too. But still, Chalk wins.
It felt like Chalk was the story until Ben McCollum got Todd Golden.
Still, Chalk still overcame. I mean, it was almost a generational Chalk performance. Now it's just a good Chalk performance.
Okay. All right. I think
Chalk
that's
won.
fair. I think that's very fair. All right. I'm going to go Sean Miller next. I'll go Sean Miller next. Really good coach that I think his career sort of went sideways and everybody kind of stopped viewing him as a really good coach. Fair reasons. But now here he is at a pretty good landing spot with a team that I don't think is going to be anywhere close to his best team at Texas, but 3 for 3. And I loved the moment where when they had BYU at halftime and he just says, well, we can't stop him. Like, what do you got to do to slow down AJ? Nothing. We can't. And then you go out and win the game anyway. Like, I loved that answer. I think he's had a phenomenal season, but a phenomenal week-long stretch here. And I thought they were the better team pretty definitively against Gonzaga down the stretch.
It's a fair one. Like that. Another winner for me. I want to go with here. Can I go John Calipari?
Absolutely.
I'd like to go John Calipari. One, A-Cuff has been incredible in this run, but also I gotta say it like it is. He's doing this. He's on to another Sweet 16 while Mark Pope and his team quit and went out in the second game to a team without their best player.
Wow. Yeah. Pretty true.
They wanted him gone, man.
It's pretty true.
They wanted him gone.
Yeah, pretty true. Back-to-back second weekends is impressive. All right, we both have two more left to add. I'm going to go St. John's next. That St. John's Kansas game, I feel like, was one of the more build-up games of the tournament, and both teams took care of business to get to it. And I just thought St. John's like controlled the game from start to finish, almost melted down late, and then Dylan Darling with some heroics. The Rick Pitino, Dylan Darling stories of, well, he called his own number. Kind of love that. I've been a critic of the Big East all year, and for both UConn and St. John's to live up to it is exciting. It's going to make the Sweet 16 in that region really fun with all the legendary coaches, but St. John's looks really dangerous. I think they're going to give Duke a real game in the next round.
It's a good pick. Who do I want to go for another winner? I feel like there's a lot of good performances. I feel like I should have looped in A-Cuff and Cal together because A-Cuff has been ridiculous. Can I be fake deep with this one? I want to go Rob Martin from High Point. He restored that feeling for me a little bit in this one. I think everyone thought it'd be like Cal Baptist and Dom Daniels, but it wasn't. Rob Martin's electric. He was fun as hell to watch. First round upset over Wisconsin was extremely fun. That game in general was fun. He was incredible in that game against Arkansas, even though they lost. He was just hella fun to watch. His bag was crazy too.
Yeah, Johnston too, 99. I'll have good memories of High Point. I do feel like getting one win in the NCAA tournament is now like the same as teams that used to go to like the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
But still, electric performance against Wisconsin. And man, they almost got Arkansas too. I thought they were going to win that game with like 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. All right, one winner left for us each. I'm going to go Nebraska here. I think they deserve a special call out separate from the rest of the Big Ten. I think that was the most entertaining game of the tournament thus far, that game against Vanderbilt. And obviously there was a home crowd behind them, but it felt like they were in control early. Then Tyler Tanner goes crazy. Vanderbilt's a really good team. You think it's over and Nebraska's going to melt down. They made a bunch of clutch plays late. Hoiberg goes to zone, completely abandons the defensive scheme that is so special for Nebraska in the final 4 minutes. And I thought that was like a clutch coaching decision that worked. And then Braden Frager, the psycho, just with a tough finish in traffic. Tyler Tanner's heave. Gordon Hayward 2.0 looked like it was in. Just what a game, though. And then the emotion after. If you watch those interviews, like that looked like a program that almost couldn't believe what they just did. And to go from 0 NCAA tournament wins to a second weekend, it's one thing to win a game. It's another to extend the excitement for your whole fan base for an extra 7 days. I'm really happy for Nebraska with that program.
Yeah, that's a good one. My last one, and honestly, because he gave me a moment, that's all that matters. As I watched with you and producer Ian this game, it was a special, special hate watch for 27 minutes. Gavin Doty, Big Dote, Big Dote, as I admirably called him. He ran out of gas because Dame Sarr dove on his ankle. But before that, Big Dote was going to get us across the finish line and lead Siena as a 16 seed over Duke. But that game was fun for a good amount of time until Siena played 5 players and couldn't get a rebound. And Dame Sarr dove on Big Dote.
Yeah, Big Dote. One of your favorites, forever etched into Carter Elliott's heart.
Big Dote.
Special. All right, let's go to losers next. 10 losers. You're up first.
Todd Anthony Golden.
Damn it.
Gotta be. You cannot carry yourself the way you do, talk all the talk the way you do, and then go out in the fashion that you did. It's tough. And look, this is not, I still think Todd Golden is one of the best in the sports. I'm not trying to do that. I do think that he stunk it up. And I also think that the fact of the matter is, like, for a guy who is so analytically driven, statistic based, show me your work, where's your calculator? The approach to what you did at the end of that basketball game was awful on both ends of the floor. Just truly atrocious. So, yeah, Golden's one.
We're going to do a short on it. I was listening to Riley and Matt Moderno's recap of that game on the channel. That was really well done. Yeah, Golden, Mr. Foul Up too. Couldn't execute a foul up too. It's his whole philosophy. It's like what got him attention as a head coach. And then he goes away from it and or failed to do it. And kind of blamed his players for not executing what he set out to do in the final moment. Meanwhile, putting a press on that you fail to execute what you're trying to do just led to a wide open 3-point attempt for the game. Absolutely crazy. I think he's the number one loser, and I was going to name him first if you didn't name him. And like the whole, I don't know, like the spicy moments of that game versus McCollum.
Yeah.
Like he's stomping around like he carries himself like the big bad wolf in this sport. And obviously he's a national champion, but 3 first weekend exits outside of the national championship run.
Yeah. Boy, thinks he's Mark Few without the championship.
It's a little crazy to me. All right, my biggest loser then has to be Wisconsin. And I was debating whether to go Greg Gard or Little Nick Boyd. I'm just going to call it Wisconsin here, because I think everybody involved had a hand in this. Greg Gard seems to be like the only Big Ten coach that can't make a second weekend in this league right now. He's had John Tonji. He's had Nick Boyd. He's had, who was before that? Was going back to Johnny Davis. Like it just had really supreme talented superstar scorer types that can't win 2 games in March for whatever reason. Everybody wanted to see Wisconsin, Arkansas. We didn't get to see it because Wisconsin couldn't get a stop that entire game. And then Nick Boyd late was a mess. I mean, I love Nick Boyd. I have a lot of appreciation for what he did this year, but he had 4 different chances to ice that game and just kept driving into nowhere with tunnel vision. And then you see him in the tunnel after with his arm around Gard talking about just keep at it, keep at it. And Greg Gard doesn't even acknowledge him. Like, gross moment for that program. I feel bad for Badger fans.
Yeah. Fair. My next loser is the West Coast Conference. Stink. Santa Clara, lose to that Kentucky team. Should have had it. Boo-hoo. Texas A&M packed up St. Mary's. And then Gonzaga gets packed up by 11 seed Texas in the second game. And as the winner of the conference, don't even advance to the Sweet 16.
Not great. But also, you expected that a little bit, right?
Yeah, but still.
Okay. All right. Understood. My next loser is Cinderella. Are we allowed to declare Cinderella dead after this year?
Sure.
Everybody gets all like uptight about it. Like, oh, Siena almost beat Duke. How can you say Cinderella's dead? Like, there's all these numbers that show the last 2 years favorites are winning by more than they ever did in 50 years of this tournament. Like, we watched all of these games. Carr, you and I sat in a California hotel room betting all of these games together. We were on, like, every underdog. We had a chance in maybe 2 of these games. Like, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this just – I just don't want to pretend this is something it's not. And I get that people love the tournament for the upsets. So do I. Some of my best memories come from that. But we're also 1 week through it now, 2 years into the same thing happening back to back. Look at the games we have this weekend. Arizona, Arkansas, Illinois, Houston, Duke, St. John's, Michigan, Alabama, Michigan State, UConn. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And Do I wish there was like one high point sprinkled in? Of course, I'd still rather watch Arkansas against Arizona than that. But I think you're lying to yourself if you pretend that it hasn't changed for Cinderella. The portal era and NIL has made the favorites way better than in previous years. It's going to be way harder for teams to make Sweet 16 runs.
Yeah, Cinderella. Out of there. Who do I want to go with here? I don't want to do. I'm gonna say the ACC. I think obviously UNC's loss was bad. If I can get greedy, Duke struggling against a 16 seed can go in there, even though they did advance. But outside of that, they have what, one Sweet 16 team?
Yeah, I think so.
Duke, Virginia loses to Tennessee, and in a game they could have easily won. What am I leaving? Any other ACC teams? They only get 3. Clemson lost in the first round, so ACC losers.
Fair, yeah, not a surprise, but is what it is. Okay, I don't feel good about this one, but Bruce Thornton. And you can put me in a comma next to Bruce Thornton here because I believed in Bruce Thornton for the first time in his 4-year career. And look what it got me. Look where it paid me off to. That guy looked disinterested in being in that game. Did he not?
Yeah.
He totally took himself out of the game for 35 minutes of that game. And then he hits a prayer late to extend false hope that Ohio State was going to overcome that. But dude, they built a 20-point deficit with Bruce Thornton with 4 shot attempts. It was gross. And he was the first game of the tournament. I don't think that helped vibes. Great story that he got there. He went out the same way he played all 4 years. Empty numbers, no shows when it matters most. I'm very frustrated they didn't give TCU a better performance.
Great pick. A decision's being made for me with this next pick. I'm trimming my camp.
Oh God.
Darren Peterson was a loser for me.
Wow.
I think that his NCAA tournament run, I wanted him to have a big one, and all it was just a microcosm of what he did all year. Sick flashes for a couple of minutes or 10 minutes here or there, where he goes crazy. Then in the Cal Baptist game, he's nowhere to be seen at the end of the game while they come back. Same thing in the St. John's game. He has a little 5-minute stretch, 10-minute stretch where he goes off, and then it's over, and Dylan Darling's hitting game-winning layups. So, I'm just out on it. I'm out on the Darren Peterson thing.
Yeah. Even he made shots in the round of 32 game and had a quote-unquote good offensive performance, I would say. But undeniably, it feels off. The real story of this is that there was such a giant disconnect between him and everybody around him this year. And I just think it was unavoidable when discussing what the Kansas team became. When you watched it, we were sitting with Chalmers watching it in the first round. It's even Mario kind of said it. He was man, this doesn't look good,
Yeah. Also, AJ's not in that. AJ did all he could in that first game.
Yeah.
He had 35 and 10.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, my next loser, Aiden Holloway. Because I feel in the discussions of what happened with Aiden Holloway this week, one thing that has been forgotten about is the simple fact that the NCAA tournament is awesome. And so what Aiden Holloway just did, not only screwed his team over and screwed his fans over and screwed himself over, but he also just cost himself the opportunity of a lifetime to play in the most fun form of basketball ever. And I just watched Alabama blitz Texas Tech. And I'm just thinking about what must be going through Aiden Holloway's mind right now. This team just made a Sweet 16 run. They're going to have a chance at Michigan. It's probably going to be a really fun game. And Aiden Holloway's who knows where. I don't know. He did it to himself, but just kind of a crazy story to me.
Yeah, very, very tough.
One more loser each here.
Oh, bet me.
Okay.
Me for the fact that one, I didn't fully check the itinerary, so that make sure we had a hotel room. And then second and most important,
we didn't talk about that part.
Second and most important, I pulled up to your room, saw what you were wearing, and proceeded to come out in the same exact outfit, thinking everything would be okay and no one would notice, and everyone noticed. So me.
It is true. Yeah. I can't believe we left those parts of the story out of the weekend.
Yeah, just cart.
Let me ask you this before my last loser. Do you consider Malik Renew at the concessions right after the game to be a losing look, or do you love that?
No, I love that, dog.
That's what I thought too.
Tough loss, career over, like tenders me immediately.
That's how I felt too, so I was going to avoid that. All right, I'm going to go Kentucky fans. I'm sorry. I understand that like Ortega bailed you out. You should have lost round one to a not good Santa Clara team. You survived that due to heroics that now you got to pretend are like Kentucky standard level heroics, surviving the West Coast Conference's third best team. And then you just get absolutely pantsed, not just by Iowa State, but Iowa State without their best player. Like total no-show in the second half of that game. And you're right. They had to immediately flip from that to watching John Calipari, the guy they ran out, make back-to-back Sweet 16s with a generational talent at point guard. And now you got KSR. This is not a shot at KSR by any means. They're right to do this. But like KSR guys are writing articles and saying, well, the number one thing is Mark Pope needs to get talent in. Forget about playing for Kentucky. It's the opposite of what y'all were begging for 2 years ago. You asked for this. You wanted this. You said it's not about talent. We need guys that play with pride. And now you're 2 years into the Mark Pope experiment, realizing pride ain't shit. You need talent. And Mark Pope can't get it. And again, it would be a hard pill to swallow for me as a Kentucky fan, realizing we're that wrong.
Deserving, though.
Also, BB Minus says, why is Santa Clara catching strays? Any idea why Santa Clara would be catching strays?
Because y'all lost.
And they finished third in the WCC and lost to a shitty Kentucky team?
And we didn't even bring this up. Brandon Garrison ended your season.
Crazy. Yeah.
What?
Sash. Very tough from Sash.
What?
All right. That's it for winners and losers. Third topic. Let's just update our final four picks here. Now that the bracket is down to 16 teams. You lost Florida, who was an official Carter Elliott Final Four team. How far did you have the Gators?
Losing a championship game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you've got some changes to make here. My original Final Four is mostly intact. However, I am going to be honest and maybe make some changes myself if I was refilling out a bracket right now. You want to go first?
Yeah, I have Michigan State. I have Houston. I have Arizona and Michigan.
Michigan State, Houston, Arizona, Michigan.
Yep.
Okay. You like Michigan State where they're at in this loaded Hall of Fame coaches draw?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Duke beats St. John's or loses?
I think Duke beats St. John's.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And then I have Houston beating Michigan State, and I have Arizona beating Michigan. So people might not like this, but we do have a Big 12 matchup in the championship game, and I have Arizona winning it all.
Okay. All right. I'm really torn on the left side of the bracket right now. I'm sticking with Purdue and I'm sticking with Michigan. I think Michigan has the easiest draw at this point. Jefferson injury hanging over that whole bracket sucks. And then I still think Arkansas is going to get Arizona. That was my original bracket pick. In that scenario, I like Purdue to beat Arkansas. So give me Purdue and Michigan on the right side of the draw. On the left, why am I having second thoughts about Illinois-Houston, Cart?
I don't know.
You haven't seen anything from Houston that shakes you at all? You think that's the team?
I haven't seen anything from Illinois that shakes me off the fact that they are what they are.
See, I feel like we've seen A+ Illinois in this tournament. And I wasn't expecting A+ Illinois in this tournament.
Houston, I mean, what has Houston done in this tournament to get you off there?
It's more about Illinois playing to A+ Illinois.
Illinois being A+ Illinois against VCU and Penn.
You're right.
Don't let them trick you, Greg.
Don't let Buckyball trick you now.
Dog, that front court against the Aviciches. Merck's only one man.
Merck's the best player in both front courts in that game.
Illinois ain't. Go ahead and clip this one.
I'm just telling you, it's a gut feel from me that I'm wrong on this. I'll put Houston through because you tell me to, but when that's wrong, I want you to take the blame for that.
When I'm right, I want you to tell me I was right.
I can do that.
Okay. Deal.
And then I'm really stuck on because Duke has not been Duke this tournament to me.
No.
Not at all. I know the second half got away from TCU, but this is not passing the eye test at all to me of the team I picked to win the national championship. So if I'm updating my picks here, oh, man. I think I'm going St. John's.
Wow.
I think I've been most impressed with the Johnnies in this tournament. And Rick Pitino has this like twinkle in his eye right now. And when Rick gets a twinkle, you should always take note.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Yeah. So give me St. John's, Houston, Michigan, Purdue. I'll go Michigan and Houston. And I'm going to go Michigan now as my updated title.
Oh, we're there.
Duke was the team I thought would get him. But Duke's not Duke right now, Cart. I'll regret that when Boozer just cakewalks.
Fair pick.
It's going to happen. All right, let's check the chat real quick before we wrap the show. Let's see. Caleb Mills said, would you rather play Purdue or Arizona or Arkansas in the Final Four? I would rather play Arkansas. I think that's like objectively the weakest team, and their front court would give Michigan a lot of leeway. I'd rather play Purdue than Arizona. Purdue round 3. Arizona is very, very good. They're the best team out of that group.
It's fair read.
But great game, no matter who that is.
It's fair read.
Let's see.
This Sweet 16's got me emotional.
Kingston versus Wagler. That's going to be amazing.
That will be a great matchup. Great. This is why Cinderella, you know what I'm saying, taking a leave of absence is fire because it's about to go crazy.
Under par 68's with me here. I kind of got a gut feel on Rick.
Do we have no qualms at all the fact that Cole Rosario came in and had St. John's on the ropes?
Fluke.
Okay.
Yeah, fluke. Greg McDermott out?
Yeah, out of there, retired.
Cheers, bozo. What's the?
Yeah, I mean, bye.
Listen, man. By my count, Owen Freeman just got 2 straight coaches fired, so that's crazy.
Yeah, who's third?
He has one more year, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Who could he go to that he could be like the Grim Reaper meme?
Well, if they finally don't, if they actually don't pull the trigger on Hubert, send him to UNC and just let that be it.
What about Greg Gard? Owen Freeman goes to Wisconsin. They lose in like a first round and he goes.
That'd be special.
That'd be kind of great. Connor Lamb says, any concern on Braden? Some concerning stats about bad March performances.
Yeah, I mean, he had a bad game last game. I'll say that, but not concerned, no.
Never concerned. Want him to play well. Also think just a reality of this sport is that great players don't always play well. So he's had some great performances. I thought he was amazing in the opening round.
Yeah.
Like almost perfect in the opening round, and then tough one against Miami, but his co-stars picked him up. So I do think it's funny, like pre-assist record, it was like, he's assist hunting. This sucks. And then after the assist record, now like Matthew Winnick is tweeting like, did he lose his playmaking powers? It's like the dude can't thread the needle. People are mad he overpasses or mad he underpasses. I don't get it.
I want him to under turnover.
He needs to make shots. but he's going to make shots.
See, was it shots for you with him last game? For me, it was the 8 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, he was flipping it for sure.
That was nuts.
I can live with the turnovers if he gets hot from 3 again. I feel like he's taken a lot of open looks in like big momentum swing moments, and they're just not going in right now. He needs the 4-1 jersey back, I think.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. All right. Let's see. Anything else here? How scared am I of Bama? As scared as one can be of like a 15th best team in the country at this point. Like, it's objectively a pretty good draw in the Sweet 16, especially without Holloway. But the way Alabama plays is definitely one of the scariest styles to play if you're a team of Michigan's caliber.
You're definitely more scared of them than St. Louis, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. And like Phylon could easily just take over the game. It's going to be tough.
Thanks.
But we'll see. All right. When's the next running point? Asks Ulamog. We assume when the season ends. That's the next time we'll be reaching out, trying to schedule one.
Yeah, but if it ends there, then we'll make a point to you that that'll be the end of running point.
Yeah, people will hear after the show. It's basically been silently put on hiatus by all 3 of us, is the way I would describe. We have not reached out to schedule an episode, and he has not reached out with scheduling an episode since really, what was the last one? We did one before the Wisconsin game, before senior night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring up that happy Raz comment. I think I need to step in here. So listen. That pick of him is priceless. And I think anyone can attest to this as well. At certain stadiums, the chicken tenders go crazy, man. They just do it correct, right? And sometimes the stuff that the team gets you after games, you can get sick of, for real. Like back at Albion, it was always Jimmy John's after every single game. And there was definitely days where I'm like, dog, I don't want any Jimmy John's. Now, the place I played at, the concession stands, they were hot dogs, chips, no bells and whistles. Unless we were at Hope or Calvin, they had nice concession stands. But I understand it, man. And career's over. Go get you some tenders. I respect it.
I thought it was a hilarious picture. Also, he was crying at the post-game presser with like a really emotional answer, and then 5 minutes later getting tenders.
Performative.
It was really, really good.
Honestly, that was a big takeaway of the weekend. I figured out I'm performative.
Congratulations, Luxury Lettuce. That's special.
I proposed to my girlfriend at the Beaumont Tower on campus last Saturday. Nice. Did she say yes?
Looking like a yes. He dropped the now fiance.
Hey, good job, Big Lettuce.
Do we endorse proposing during March Madness?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
You think so?
You don't like it?
As someone who had a child on Selection Sunday, I don't know how I feel about big life occasions in the middle of March.
He was out. You might be out on big life occasions in March.
I think Banks has to get old enough he can travel with me, and then it'll be a little bit easier. Hi, Matt. Good to see you. Thanks for holding down the channel for us this weekend. You crushed it. We're not moving to Hollywood. I hate Pacific time.
I love Pacific time.
Yeah. The only major highlight you missed is that Paul Pierce thought Cart was Jason Tatum. That's about it.
Thanks.
Can I get third-party acknowledgement that those are shorts, not boxers?
Yeah, those are shorts.
Thank you.
They are shorts. Let my dog show off legs.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What, a guy can't show a little quad in March?
Yeah, like, come on, dog.
Unbelievable. One for you, one for me here from Jason.
Cart, is Sweatshirt still unacceptable? No, he's making shots.
Fair. Thoughts on playing Iowa State? Think they're the best 2 seed in the tournament when healthy, but Jefferson injury seems large. People are acting like he might be back. Do you think he's back?
If he is, he's not going to be anywhere close to 100%. So
he's in a boot on a scooter.
Yeah, it doesn't seem good.
It doesn't look great. Okay. All right. I think we're going to stop the show there so we can go get on the recaps that we owe everybody. Thank you for being here. That was fun. Tomorrow's episode is also going to be live again. So honestly, Cart, let's call it 10 a.m. again. we'll just do Tuesday's full episode pod, same time, same place. Stay tuned. It'll be live on YouTube, and we'll tweet out a link as well. And then I think the plan is just a regular rotation for the rest of the week. But appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for listening, and we will be back tomorrow.